So I want to continue where I left off. After I pressed this down about a quarter of the way, I put the elastic from inside and put it all the way along where I pressed it. And then if you have clips, you can clip it, or if you have pins, you can pin it. I prefer clips just because it doesn't create any holes. So you put the elastic inside and then you drag it until the part where you pressed it, and then you clip it. So a far view is how it looks like. I clipped one elastic here, one here, and I'm gonna have to do the same on the other two sides. And after you're done, you could straight stitch it all the way down, and remember to back stitch the ends to strengthen it. Or if you have a serger, you just serged it all the way down, and I'll do that real soon. So I just want to show you that I serged the elastic down already, and it's inside and secured. So here's a look of the inside. And let me do the other side now. Okay, now all four of my elastics are inside. Now, one more thing I want to point out is some of you guys might be perfectionists and want to secure this opening hole. So you could actually do another round of stitch on the outside of it. And I'll show you how to do that. But normally for my own mask, I just don't do that, just because if I press it down and it's secure already, I don't want to go that extra step just to save time. So I could spend the time and make more mask instead. But I'll show you how I could do it. So the way you do it is you put it back on where the slit opening is, and you want to stitch around it. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'll try to leave my phone here for the recording so you can see it. You have to go pretty slow, so be careful. Just go down the area where you press the slit down. And you're gonna have to bring the fabric over slowly. And you get to the part where it ends. And you bring it to the other side, where the other side of the slit is. And you could have done this before you put all these elastic in, which is not smart of me on this time, but because I didn't intend to do this part initially. But I want to show you guys you have the option to do this if you want to. And then it's essentially the same way as adding an invisible zipper. If you sew and you know how to add a zipper, you would know what I'm talking about. You want to bring the fabric down slowly. Essentially where you pressed it down earlier. Again, when I make my own mask, I don't usually do this just because this takes more time. And to me, I felt like it's an added step that I don't need because the mask is already pretty secure for this, where the slit goes. Then you just angle it, go this way, and then back to where you started. So I want to show you what it looks like. And that this is essentially the slit, and we just secured it in place. So let me show you. Now we pull it out. You pull all the elastic out, and now you'll see how that slit looks like. So this is how the slit looks like, and it's, like I said, a quarter of the way down, and this is the slit that I just secured. I would suggest, if you are planning to secure the slit from the inside, do it before you add the elastic. And now we have to fold our pleats, and I'll show you how that's done. So I personally, let me trim these excess threads. I personally like folding it from top down just because I could see where I'm going. So around here, it's kind of like an accordion if you know that instrument. And like I said, I like to use these Wonder Clips because I love them. So the second one, and like I said, the reason why I like to add that pleat down there is because I like it hidden inside. So I could clip it here. And the slit is essentially in here. Makes it easy. That doesn't pop out that easily. And I like to do 3 slits total usually. And you can make them into any size you want, but I like to make them more evenly distributed so you can see along the side. And now the last thing you have to do is just, so I pinned all of this down, and you just do a straight stitch down, and remember back stitch the ends to secure it in place, and then this side as well, and then you'll have a finished product. Let me do that now. Okay, so now I have done what I told you. I straight stitched down the 2 ends, and there's that secure slit that we created, and now you have a completed mask. If you want to, you could press it down again, or if not, then start working on your second one. Again, remember the measurement is for the length you want it 16 inch, and then for the width you want it 9 inches. If you want to cut a pattern out like this so you could reuse it over and over, that's fine. But this one actually I made initially with the different measurements, so I don't recommend that, but just go ahead and make one yourself. Reason why this looks so small is because this is assuming you fold the length in half. Good luck, get started. If you have a question, ask me.